Hi, it's Surrey Hewlett here. I'm the developer or the person behind the Core Expert, which is our online presence. We have a brick and mortar studio here in Perth, which is called Core Fusion, and our online presence is via our website, which is the Core Expert. What we've done is developed a online studio, so it has an online presence, and it was born out of our clients wanting a place to go for their exercises. They wanted to be able to do and practice what we were preaching them at home, and that was the easiest way to do it. So we started putting things on our YouTube channel, and what we would generally do is just video people when they came in. So if they had an exercise to do, we would just use their phone and video their phone, and then obviously that sort of developed into we're videoing the same things all the time. Let's pop that onto our YouTube channel, and then let's just develop that further, because I'd gone through a fair few different products. I'd looked at some of the stuff that you can buy from a physio point of view. So what we were looking at was, some of the programs that are out there that you can already log into. So you subscribe and you become a subscriber of their stuff, and then you're obviously sending your clients to them, and they download the app, and you prescribe the exercises for them and download the app. I didn't like it, to be honest. I could see some of the value in it. I could see that it was very good. I liked the way it was set up. I didn't like how they do things. And at the end of the day, I'm all about quality, and I'm all about being able to make sure that what we're doing with clients is the right thing. And I couldn't send clients to a website or a exercise prescription modality where I knew they were teaching them poorly. And then similarly, the Pilates online community, there is a lot of people out there who are fantastic. There is a lot of the Pilates subscription membership sites that are very fitness based, and they're very successful and they're very good, and I'm not knocking them at all. However, it wasn't quite what I was after. More from a point of view that I've been in the business for 25 years. I am a physio by trade, and to me it's really important that people are taught well and they're taught properly. And what I found was a big hole in the market was that if you are trying to do an exercise, or you're trying to learn how to do something well, what you're not getting is the background. So if people wanted to go and do a workout, they naturally want to go and do, I want to go and do that exercise. It goes from here to here. And what they're doing is just following it along, or following along the sort of 10-minute workout or the hour workout. And what I found was lacking was the laying down of all the foundations behind that. So it's all very well that you want to do crisscross, and you want to do plank, and you want to do bridging, and you want to do this. Not knocking it at all. However, you need to know how to do it properly, and that's what I found was lacking. That people were doing all these programs, and they were going great, but there was that little hole in the market. And that little hole, so I found there was nowhere for me to send my clients, and that's why we did our own. It's still a little bit in its infancy. We haven't got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos out there and workouts out there like a lot of clients have, or a lot of the the subscription membership sites that are already out there have. But what we do have is quality. So what will happen when you come into our studio and when you come into our system is that you gain access to what we call our online studio. And what we've done with that, or what I've done with that, is created some modules of workouts that are probably 5, 10, 15 minutes long. So you've got short, sharp blasts, but also to precursor those, we go through the basics. So what you'll find is that when you log in, you've got access to not only the workouts that we do, but we've just structured it differently. So there's also, a Pilates for beginners course. So the background stuff that you need is already there. So if you want to learn about Pilates, if you're really keen, you've got a bit of a history of Pilates in there. There's also some of the Pilates principles, and I'll let you have a little look behind there as long as I can work the modern social media well. I'll have to put my glasses on and make sure I can reverse the screen, but I'll take you behind the scenes with that. And what that means is that if we do something like, say, one of the blasts is glutes on fire, and it is a little bit of a take on the quadruped exercise, and it's just developing that and making it harder. What you might want to know is, how do you do quadruped well? So if you want to, you can go back and actually have a look at quadruped in our Pilates for Beginners setup. It's also within the thingy as well, so you can actually see that too. So what I'm going to do is pop my glasses on so I can actually see. The other thing that, just as an aside, why it's taken so long for us to do this is that I was very against having to show how I move. You know, I'm the wrong side of 40 now, and it makes it very hard to move. Sometimes my joints aren't as supple, and they're not as stretchy, and they're not as bendy as they used to be, say 20 years ago when I was young and highly mobile, and I was a little bit resistant to actually doing it. So what I wanted to do was change that and make sure that you guys knew that bodies aren't always like that. You know, bodies do need to change, and they do need to move, and obviously I need glasses now too, so there's no crop tops. There is definitely no crop top. There's no abs being shown, which is the other thing. And I as a if I phrase it nicely, an older lady now, don't want to be in a crop top anymore. So, you know, you have to put up with me in my bright leggings. My trademark is going to be my bright leggings. And that's about it. There's no crop tops allowed. But let me just swap this over and you can have a little look behind the scenes. What we do have is, when you log in or when you come into our site, you will get access to our products page, which is here. And what that basically means is that you can, see if I can get onto our products page. There we go. When you log in, it will give you the different products that we have. Okay. What we do have is our online studio here. It's on that tab there. And all you do is click on that. Okay. And then from down there, you've got access to our different sort of workouts that we've got. So what it'll go through is what they're working. Obviously there's a bit of a progressive theme on that one there, and with this one here, your quadruped with resistance bands, I'll just click on the get started version for that. All right, so when you come into the studio, as in our online version, it will show you what the workout is. So you click on the drop down tab there and you've actually got your workout. And then if you're going equipment wise, it will just tell you what you need. So if you need something specific, it will let you know. And our point of difference here is that with this exercise here, which is quadruped with resistance bands, we're going through what you would be doing in that exercise, but also what we've got is, if you are doing that exercise, you might want to know what the basics are for quadruped. So you might want to go, okay, I'm doing quadruped, but how do I do that well? And that is your basics of the exercise. So what it will tell you is what's going on. And my little boy is using up all our internet out the front because he's playing something and he's on Netflix. So obviously not going to load quite as quickly as I'd like, but it will show you some modifications. So if you have wrist issues, what you might want to do is use your fist, and it's also telling you what our common faults are. So that has been the one thing that I have found lacking in some of the other programs that I've seen online. They're not telling you where your positioning should be so that you don't get knee pain. They're not telling you all modifications that you could use, and also what common faults might be and how to fix them. And that is what we've tried to address, so that, you know, if you're not sure, you've got a way to move forward, but you've also got a way to regress it. And then obviously there's a little drop down menu for some modifications if you want to do those too. So that's a little bit about our workouts. We've got a little bit of the breakdown coming in as well. Now, the great thing that we're doing with this is if you go back through, you can also see all the other workouts, and they'll be very, very similar. And what I did want to do is actually pop back to our Pilates online for beginners. So we do have your course that you can do, which is Pilates for beginners. You actually get this included in your online trial if you want to come onto the online trial, but it's also included if you are wanting to be a member with us anyway, and go month to month. It's basically telling you what Pilates is, a bit about who Joe Pilates was, the benefits of Pilates, but then we go through the Pilates principles, and then obviously with each of those principles there is a drop down video as well showing you what we're after and what the different principles mean. And then there is also your Pilates prep exercises. So these are all the sort of basic exercises that we might do before we do your Pilates proper. And again, it'll explain in there what the purpose is. And then you've got all your beginner Pilates exercises too. So that has been my reason for changing around what we do. And that has been our reason behind doing things. It's not about just can you do those exercises and get on with it and do your whole workout, which is what the workout is. But it's also about, if you're not sure, there's the basics, there's the essentials, so you know what to do behind the scenes. So that has been what our studio development has been all about, really. The big hole that I found in the market, to recap, was that there was plenty of workouts out there. There still are plenty of workouts out there. There still are some fabulous people out there. And don't get me wrong, there is heaps of stuff out there that's great. However, if you are worried about exercising, if you've not done Pilates before, if you maybe have something that's limiting you, if you're slightly older and you don't want to look at, somebody in their 20s with crop tops and six-pack abs of steel, and they've got, legs that can bend in every direction possible, because that can be quite off-putting. This is for you, because at the end of the day, we all want to see real people, and I'm a real person. I've obviously got my glasses back on now because, like I said, I'm the wrong side of the 40 word. I have hormones that, have meant my joints have got stiff. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, and I can move relatively well for somebody who is that side of the 40 mark. However, I do find it quite intimidating when people are moving well, and I just think, I can't do that anymore, so I won't bother. And we shouldn't be like that. It should be that, we can all move well for us, when we move as well as we can for us. And that is the bit that I felt was lacking, that there wasn't enough information about what we're trying to achieve. It's not about getting your leg around your neck. It's not about, getting your back bending as far as you can. It's not about getting your crunches as high off the floor as you can. It's about getting the technique that you need to do well. It's about feeling the exercise where the exercise should feel. And it's about knowing what the purpose of that exercise is. And that's what we've tried to address. So we're aware that, it might be a little bit basic for some, but we're also aware that it's a lot of information that you can do without. If you don't want to look at the beginner's Pilates, you don't have to. Just go ahead and do the workouts. It's not going to be a big issue for you. But if you think, look, I can't get my abs going, I can't get this going, I'm not sure I'm doing it right, then maybe go and have a look, because there are common mistakes that people make all the time. There are common mistakes that people find that they can't get right, and there's common faults that we can correct. There's also heaps of things that we can help you with. So if you're finding you're not able to activate your glute, or you're not able to activate your tummy, or it's just not working the way you think it should, then maybe have a look and see if there's something that you go, oh, okay, if I position myself that way, that will help. And like I say, we've made it as easy as we can, because it's better to cheat. It's better to put a little rolled up towel under your waist and actually do it well and learn how to do it well, and then progress from there, rather than just getting frustrated. And, most of us give up. Especially if we start something new, we give up because we get frustrated, and we're frustrated because we don't know what it's supposed to do, and we don't know where to feel it, and we're not doing it right. And Pilates is one of those little exercises like that. If you don't do it right and you don't do it well, you don't feel it. And the aim is to move as well and as easily as you can. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. If this is on YouTube or on one of our Facebook pages, there'll be a link below if you want to sign up. We have a $10 trial for a month. The reason that we're billing for a $10 trial is that we want people who are interested to come on board. It's not about just get a freebie and get 100 people to sign up and what have you. It's about people that want to do it and are interested in doing it and are really interested in their health, and have a look around. There's so much information in there that, like, I'm really proud of how good the information is in there. And it's taken me a while to work out how to do it in a way that I'm happy putting my name out there and putting my name against it, and we've finally done it. And now it's about getting people to have a look at it, getting people to be interested in it, getting us some feedback about what kind of things you'd like to see. And we hope you enjoy it. So this is Sari Hewlett. I am under the name of The Core Expert, and our website online is www.thecoreexpert.com. We do have a YouTube channel under my name, Sari Hewlett, as well, which is hopefully where you're viewing this. And the link for our 1 month trial at $10 is below. Enjoy it, and any feedback, feel free.